Hey guys, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam and it is summerween. Pew, 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 pew. Hello and welcome. It is going to be my first vlog of summerween. I will be doing 3, so day 1 and day 2 will be out Sunday. That's this video. Hello. Hi. And then day 3 and day 4 will be up on Tuesday, and then 5, 6, and 7 will be up on Thursday, probably night, because I do work Thursday. So it's like I'm gonna be listening to some books at work, and then I will come home and hopefully maybe wrap it up. I don't know, I might end early. We'll have to play that by ear. I figured to kick off the readathon, we could just start with my overall TBR ideas, hopes, dreams to get to. So with that said, let me talk about a little bit of my summerween plans. So summerween is hosted by Gabby Reads, and there's 5 reading prompts that you can fulfill, and they also have a bingo board created that you can do some like lifestyle prompts on top of it, try and get bingos. So I think that's kind of like my general focus, is hit all 5 prompts and then maybe see how far I get with the bingo, you know? Let's just discuss some of the books that I have on hand, some of the audiobooks. I have a lot of audiobooks. So I have these 3 physical thrillers that I'm going to get to. First I have The First Light Wins. I actually will be reading this for a different video that you guys will see mid-July, but I figured I would be reading it now so I could kind of put it out there, you know, give a little insight of what's going on behind the scenes, because I will be reading this. I have the audiobook on Libby as well. And then I've also got You Know What You Did by Katie Nguyen. And I don't know what this is about, but it's Kayla's June pick for the Literally Dead Book Club, and I obviously have not read it. This is the Aardvark edition, which I just need to talk about every time. I'm sorry. They just feel so good, and I love them. So, not paid to say that, I just really like how they feel. But I will be reading this one in this vlog for sure, because the live show is on Sunday, and I need to read it before then. So, probably today, if not tomorrow, but we will see. If Thoughts Could Kill. Ooh. And then I also pulled out for funsies The Resort. This is by Sarah Ochs. I don't know what this is about. It's, I think, like a destination thriller. Not really sure. It says she thought it was the perfect getaway. There's like a bunch of people in a crowd with their hands up down here. Welcome to paradise. We hope you survive your stay. There are 3 rules to following during a vacation at the famous Koh Sang Resort. Leave the past behind. Always be careful who you trust. And if someone discovers who you really are, run. So this is going to be a fun little thriller, I hope. I haven't really seen a lot of people review or talk about this. It came out in February though, so thought it would be fun for the summer. I also have on my Kindle Summer Camp for Slasher Victims by Matthew Mercer. Is this the Matthew Mercer, or is this just a different guy? Anywho, I have this on my Kindle, and I also have Tastes Like Candy on my Kindle, so I will be reading both of those as well. I'm very excited. I don't really read a lot of slashers. I've read a couple and I've enjoyed most of them, so I think there's a good success rate so far. And then on Libby I have a bunch of audiobooks that I'm hoping to listen to. The first one that's going to be like consistent throughout all of my vlogs will be Never Whistle at Night. This is written by a bunch of different authors. I think they're all Indigenous, and I'm pretty excited, pretty nervous. It's a short story collection, and there's like, if I counted correctly, which I don't know if I did, but if I counted correctly, there's like 26 or something stories. So if I read 4 to 5 per day, which will be 8 to 10 per vlog for you guys, we'll get through it by the end of Summerween, and I'm really excited. This has been on my TBR for a little while. The cover is so good. I'm very excited to see how spooky this is going to get, or if it's gonna just be, here's the thing, I've been bit in the neck, okay, vampires. I have been scorned by a couple anthologies this year. My prize anthology so far was actually a nonfiction, and it came from the closet, which is like queer folk talking about their relations in life to horror movies, and that was incredible. I really enjoyed it. But I also read Out There Screaming, and I was very disappointed by that. So I'm hoping that this will be a good horror, thriller, spooky time of an anthology. But we will see. I also have The Haunting of Velkwood by Gwendolyn Keist. which I'm excited about. Kayla has read this, and so, you know, somebody like on BookTube says that a book is good, you're gonna pick it up. I also have All the Dead Lie Down by Kiri McCauley. I believe this is a fantasy horror. Don't quote me, but I do believe so, and I'm actually pretty excited. This cover is so freaking pretty. I'm a sucker for covers right now. Apparently that seems to be the theme. I also have The Lake House. This is written by Sarah Beth Durst, I believe. That's a very small font, I'm sorry. Which again, I also know nothing about, but has a beautiful cover. Need I say more? I'm very excited. These are all audiobooks that I'm going to get to. I also have The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. I'm not sure if it's considered a horror. I don't really know what it's about. I know it's like less than 100 pages. It's Shirley Jackson, and I loved so much The Haunting on the Hill. No, The Haunting of Hill House, whatever it is. Incredible. It's so freaking good. So I would love to read more of Shirley Jackson's work. I think The Lottery is still spooky, but like if it is just like, I don't know, man. We're gonna figure it out together though, so it's gonna be great. So those are currently what I have on hold, and what I will be getting up to for this readathon. I'm very excited. I'm a little ambitious, if you could call it that. I'm a little ambitious. I go back to work on Monday, but that means that I have 3 full days of just chillaxing and reading and enjoying the summerween vibes. So that's kind of where I am at. Today I will, like I said, I will read my first couple stories in Never Whistle at night, and then I will probably pick up You Know What You Did in a little bit when I have got some time. I think for now I'm gonna film a video or 2, and then, you know, set myself up for proper success when it comes to this vlog, the next vlog, Summerween, getting things read. That's the goals, that's the plan. So that's it. I will check in with you guys when I have some reading updates. Good morning. You guys did not hear from me very much last night. I do apologize for that. Austin ended up getting sick, so I slept here on the lovely couch. So you get the same shirt all day. You're welcome. It's really cool, I know. Today I will be probably just reading and taking it easy, filming this little vlog for you guys, but it'll be a bit quieter, a bit more chill, laid back, if you will. We've got a lot going on. Just in general. Could not sleep very well last night because Finn hates the fireworks, and our neighbors thought it would be fun to start lighting them at 1 in the morning. So that was really fun because Finn was just pacing all night. And then this morning I woke up to our foster kitty, I suppose we could call her. Austin found a cat when he was driving home late one night, and the cat like sat in front of his truck, and he was like, I don't know what to do. So he brought the cat home. She lives in our garage right now, and we're healing her back to health basically. So that's been a weird situation for us because like we want to take care of this cat, but also we have our own animals and we can't let them like meet each other or like come into contact yet. And so it's like, all right, put on 5 layers of clothes, go into the hot garage, and then take care of Charlie, and then like strip everything and come inside. It's a process. It's a lot. But with that little life update out of my way, today I am going to finish my stories for Never Whistle at Night. I read 5 of them last night. Not what I thought it was going to be. I didn't really have the right expectations, but I'm now prepared. This is definitely more like the anthology says, it's dark fiction. So it falls under the horror category, but not for supernatural reasons, not for like fun times. It's for spooky, scary, real life times. And so now my expectations are properly met, so I don't think I will be caught off guard. 2 of them involved pregnancies and motherhood, and I'm like, not my favorite, but they were also freaky. Lots of toxic, unhealthy relationships that are scary. So I'm having an okay time so far. We'll see how it continues from here. But yeah, that's been something. I've been rating each story, and so far it was like, I want to say it was 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, or 3, 2. I don't remember. So yeah, that's kind of where I fall with that book. It's going fine, but I have these 3 that I'm going to read today, which I know seems like a lot. So I'm going to try and read those 3 today for you guys, and for myself. yeah. And then I need to take the Bookstagram photo for Summerween, which is like gonna be a cool sunset looking stack. So that's kind of the agenda. There's gonna be some sprints here soon on Gabby's channel, and then yeah, I think I might attempt maybe a pizza or cookies or something. I kind of want to do something like Halloweeny, but at the same time we're in a heat wave and I don't want to turn the oven on, so I don't know quite yet, but we will see what I get up to today. But that's my little update for now. I think I'm gonna save You Know What You Did for my like reading in the dark prompt, since I'm out here and I can have like the curtains closed and it gets pretty dark and cozy. So I think today I'm gonna read some like light thrillers. So I don't know which I'm gonna start with. We will see, but I'm gonna start with one of these. I just got back from a walk with the boys, and then I sat here and finished listening to my 5 stories for today from Never Whistle at Night. There we go. I don't know, the last story made me feel real dumb. Like, I don't feel like I got it, so I just feel bad. But yeah, the next batch of 5 were mostly 3-star duds, but I did find my favorite so far, which was Snakes Are Born in the Dark, and that one is about this girl going hiking with her cousin and boyfriend, and like weird things start happening, the keys go missing, you've got that like hiking summer suspense of like what's happening, what's going on, this is bad, things are not going good for us, and then her boyfriend may or may not get cursed in some way that's not natural for men, and a snake might have something to do with it all. Interesting concept, weird, wild, wacky. I enjoyed that one the most. They're definitely getting a little more paranormal. Like, the whole premise of this anthology is the indigenous storytelling, specifically for not whistling at night, because if you whistle at night, a lot of indigenous cultures see that as like summoning evil spirits, like you're gonna attract bad spirits to you, and so that's kind of the premise of the whole thing, is just like revenge and hauntings and spooky ooky things, but there are also just like a lot of like real life scary no good things, so it's kind of like a weird balance. I kind of wish we were going more paranormal and weird, kind of like how we did with the Snakes Are Born in the Dark, because that one was just like wild and crazy. But with all of that said, Before I Go was the last story that I listened to, and I just don't think I understood it, which makes, I hate when that happens, when like there's a clear message in a story, but if it's not explicitly said to me, I miss it entirely. Like, I'm so critical of books where it's like, oh yeah, the message was really heavy-handed, and then I read a book where like the message is metaphorical and hidden and like really well done, and I'm like, well, that was a nice surface level book, I don't understand the deeper meaning. Like, I'm just, why am I like this? It's really annoying for me. But yeah, Before I Go, I finished it and I was like, wait, what? Wait. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at so far. We've got majority 3 stars. We've got 1 4-star, which is White Hills by Rebecca Roanhorse, which did have a pregnancy storyline, which normally isn't my favorite, but like in the lens of horror, yeah, that scares me a lot. And then obviously The Snakes Are Born in the Dark, which I also liked. Most of these authors are new to me, which is cool. I've read Nick Medina. I'm very aware of Rebecca Roanhorse. I believe Darcy Little Badgers is gonna be in this, who I love. Stephen Graham Jones did the introduction, so it's like a nice mix of authors that I'm familiar with and are new to me. So we'll keep listening to that tomorrow, but that's our little anthology segment for this vlog, which is fun. But now that means I can really, I lost my page, to continue on with this. I like started this and then the dogs immediately were like, but what if we like went outside? And I said, maybe. And so it was 86 degrees. So I decided now was probably the right time before it hits 100. So now I can officially jump into this. I literally read the prologue and like part of the first chapter, and basically it's setting up. The prologue is Friday night, and then we're gonna have a countdown 14 hours earlier, so it's like a countdown leading up to the prologue's event, so it starts with the end, you know. And she seems to be not in a good place in the prologue. Things don't look good for her, but then also you start the book with Cass, and Cass just got engaged the evening before to her now fiance Logan, and they're, you know, having their little like good time. They're living in Thailand. They're happily engaged, and they have a friend named Greta, and that's basically the premise. We know that Cass has some deep traumatic event that happened in like a hotel that she gets nightmares from. The first chapter, I kid you not, starts in italics, and I'm like, girl, what is going on? It was a dream. I was like, okay, I guess that's a way to start your book. And then she like wakes up from this nightmare. Somebody's knocking on the door. She goes to answer it. She thinks it's her best friend Greta, there to say happy engagement, even though Greta's going through a breakup. And then Greta's not there, and there's just a envelope addressed to Cass, and she's like, it's not Greta's handwriting, but like it's probably from Greta. How nice, how sweet. I can't wait to open this. I'm not gonna wait for Logan to open it with me because it's probably just from Greta, and I'll show him later. How does that logic make any sense? You know it's not her handwriting, but you still think it's fully her. And then it has like articles relating to the incident that she's kept hidden from her now fiance, which I think is just wild. Like, if you go through a traumatic event and you have like a scar and you tell people that it's because you were in a car accident and your parents died, but like that's not true, like why? Maybe that's just like a me problem. Like, I'm really good talking about trauma with like no emotion coming through, but like why don't you just tell him? I don't get it. But obviously we probably wouldn't have a story if that was the case. But yeah, I've learned a lot of information very early on, and I don't care so far. I'm just like, okay, cool. And so we will see how it goes, but I'm excited for this like destination feeling. Like when she talks about the humidity of Thailand in the summer and stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, if there's vibes, I'm ready for that, even though I too am in a heat wave and don't want to be there. So yeah, I'm gonna keep chipping away at this. I'm gonna make lunch here soon. We are on our, I think, 3rd sprints in Gabby's channel, so they might not go too much longer, but I'm gonna chip away at this a little bit longer. I'll check in with you guys later when I have more thoughts. I haven't moved a whole lot, but less than 100 pages. We have our death. Someone has been murdered. Honestly, quite horribly. Her name is Lucy, and it's certainly not the way that I would want to go if I was murdered. It doesn't sound fun. So the dramatics are fun. We have 2 perspectives right now. We have Cass and we have Brooke, and they're friends as of 2 weeks ago. Brooke is a travel influencer who's broke, and she's just such an outsider. And then we have Cass, recently engaged to her fiance Logan and living her best life with her little found family in Thailand. It's a weird combination of characters. I don't like either of them. They're both kind of insufferable in their own special ways. So yeah, it's kind of a slog to get through, but I'm hoping like once, like now that we've gotten to the murder, hopefully things will start picking up and I'll get more interested. We'll see. I don't know. I have finished. Definitely check trigger warnings. This book has a lot. There's mentions and talk of suicide, self-harm, obviously murder, Xanax addiction, which I don't think was handled super well. I just didn't like it. I think it's gonna be a 2-star. Ooh, I haven't given out too many 2 stars. I'm usually pretty generous with my ratings, but I was just bored. This is almost 400 pages, and for what? It's dual POV. The ending is so twisty, like it's constant twists, but like I knew the whole time who it was gonna be, and then it was, but it was like the last twist, and I was like, ugh, it just feels cheap when that happens. Overall, like, it wasn't the worst ever, but I really just didn't like anything about it. It's set in Thailand, but they all live there, and none of them are Asian. I don't think a single one, I could be totally wrong. It was very confusing. I just didn't like anybody at all. They were all unlikable. The plot was long, and for what, it just, I also thought this was gonna be like a fun little like, ooh, destination vacation where, ooh, wacky thriller things happen. And it wasn't that. It was a bunch of people trying to get away from their past, living in Thailand on this small island, working at this resort, and then like murders happen on the island, and it's like, who did it? Wow. And our found family, that's so weird. It's like, ugh, come on. But it's also her debut, so I want to give her like a little bit of grace writing it long, having more like generic, like if you're new to thrillers and you're okay with the content in this, I think it would be a good for new readers, but not necessarily for people who are used to thrillers and have read a lot, because it's just nothing special or interesting. So that's my bummer review.
Thing that is worming itself into my rating is that
welcome you to the first day of summerween.
Are we just hanging out in the living room all day long? Probably. But now I have a cat this time. I've done a lot of animal snuggles today specifically, so I figured that I will start now. You know what you did, which I have to finish by, I'm gonna try to finish it tonight so that you guys get my full thoughts in this video, but then that means when I finish this, I want to edit this whole video, which I don't think will be too terrible. So it might be a late night, but the live show for this is Sunday, the day I'm uploading, I think 2 p.m. PST, which is 5 p.m. Eastern. I have to get this read. I have to finish this. I did the little math calculations, and the audiobook will take me 4 hours and 15 minutes ish. So I kind of just gotta start now, and as you can tell, maybe it's still light outside, and I was thinking this could be my like reading in the dark prompt. Also does count technically for 5 letters, so you know, we've got options. I will definitely be fulfilling all of the prompts, no issues with my TBR. And then as for the bingo, like I've already read outside because I listened to the audiobook. I've never whistled at night, so like we're doing okay, we're doing all right on the bingo and the TBR prompts, so I'm good right now. With that said, anyway, I have no clue what this is about, so this could be really good or really bad. In this heart-pounding debut thriller, a first generation Vietnamese American artist must confront nightmares past and present. You Know What You Did is both a harrowing thriller and a heartfelt exploration of the refugee experience, the legacies we leave for our children, and the unbreakable bonds between mothers and daughters. Interesting. I have seen the dedication, and it's dedicated to mothers, daughters, and then daughters who mother, and I was like, okay, I'm an only child, but like I do understand what that means. So yeah, this is kind of chunky though. It's like 370 pages, which means almost 400, which means that's kind of long, so I'm hoping that this will go better than that one. We'll see. Okay, so I've made it 100 pages in, chapter 20, and so far it's definitely easier to engage with than my last thriller, but like nothing thrillery, horror-y has happened yet. We are really just following Annie, who is married to this honestly wonderful man, Duncan, and they have a daughter, Tabitha, and Annie's kind of just going through it. She has OCD, and it's been getting pretty bad since her mother passed away, and also her dog. Wow, what a scene. So far the horror in this is bug related, so content warning for bug, And content warning for OCD. It was something that I was able to pick up on before they like had put a label and name to it, but you definitely see like the tendencies throughout. I don't feel like that's a spoiler because it's like 100 pages in, you know. I am liking the writing a lot more. I find these characters more compelling and having like actual depth and like purpose to them, but like not knowing what the story is really about and what's going on, I'm kind of just like, okay, and what's gonna happen from here? Like, okay, we're just seeing so much day to day of Annie's struggles and just like whatever she's going through. We also know that there's the timeline kind of gets a little bit wonky here and there. Like, we'll be in the past and then in the future and then like flashbacks, but like it's not like a long flash. It's a little wonky, but I don't think it's hard to follow, which is good. Annie's OCD also has like a lot of like car related anxiety, which is relatable. I don't have OCD, but car anxiety is real. So yeah, I'm enjoying it, but like I'm ready for things to start happening. Just because like the setup is there. The setup is certainly there, and I'm ready for whatever could possibly happen next. But the writing is good for a debut. I'm like actually really enjoying this a lot more than the last thriller. So hopefully it gets better, and we have some action. I think a big part of it is I've just been reading so much fantasy romance. Like, I'm used to wars and action and stuff. So like reading the slower paced stuff right now is just like, but where's the knives? So that's where I'm at. Okay, 256 pages in. The writing is efficient. The writing is good. It's doing, I think, what it's trying to do, what it's setting out to do. I feel icky and I don't like it, but not like I don't like it because it's like a bad book, but like I don't like it because like the content in it is bad and I don't like that. It's not my favorite thing to read about. Be what it be, I guess. It's making me feel a little icky, but I'm also liking it, but there's not a lot of action, and I don't know enough about OCD to really know how to talk about this. Like, I don't know enough to like say this is a descending into madness type of trope, or if that's just how life affecting OCD can be. I just don't know, so I don't want to really talk on it. But oh boy howdy, there has been a death, there has been a homicide, but I don't know where this story could go. I don't know. There's just like a lot of open questions, and the things that I'm interested, this book's not focusing on, and so it's kind of hard to want to keep reading it. Like, this could have been 100 pages shorter, truthfully. Like, I know we're getting there, but I still have like 120 or something pages. Like, I don't want to keep reading it though. Like, it's not, like, it's entertaining. It's kept my interest long enough, but like I'm not having a good time, but it's not bad. I hope that makes sense. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Ta-da, we are done. I don't know what to rate this. The last 100 pages were well-paced, intriguing, shocking. I didn't expect what was happening to be happening. I was confused the whole last 100 pages until the reveal. I thought it was very well done. This could have been so much shorter though. That's my biggest issue, is like 100 pages shorter, and I probably would have given it a higher rating, but I still had a lot of fun. I really liked the horror elements involving bugs. Again, I can't speak on the OCD representation or anything like that because I just don't have that knowledge. But overall, like, I thought this was well written, well done. The pacing was just off. The beginning parts, although it's a lot of setup, and I do find the setup interesting, and seeing how it evolves and how it gets wrapped up in the end is all very well done. Just for my personal self, could have liked it to be a little bit shorter. But I could also understand why everything was in here and so on. Like, I can see why it was kept in. I hope that makes sense. So it's probably gonna be 4 stars, I think. Like a solid 4 stars. I really liked the ending. I really liked how it was wrapped up. I really thought that it was entertaining and writing was well done. Like, overall, I had a good time. So first vlog done, first 2 books done. The resort works technically for night sky. I don't know if you count sunset as like a proper true night, but close enough. Also is a thriller. I think that's it for this one. And then for You Know What You Did, this works for 5 letters in the title, works for thriller, works for read a book in the dark, because it is 1 in the morning. Yep. Fun stuff. I will now be editing this whole video, and then I will upload it for tomorrow, and then I will get some sleep. It'll be great. That's kind of where my day is gonna end, and I will see you guys technically tomorrow, but like, you'll see me Tuesday for the next video. But yeah, let me know how your summerween is going, if you're enjoying any of your reads, if you've gotten a 5-star yet. I know some people have. I have not. Who knows? Maybe the next round will be it. But that's gonna be it. I'm gonna edit so that I can sleep. Goodbye.